Welcome back. We have more now with G.K. Butterfield, the congressman from the 1st District in North Carolina and a Democrat. Thanks for staying with us. We mentioned before the break that you want to see all the facts before determining whether you believe it was truly obstruction of justice and whether impeachment hearings should then follow. What evidence do you think it will take to get to that point?
Well, I want to see the notes that Director Comey made. It's clear that federal agents, federal FBI agents, always take notes of their interactions, especially with the President of the United States. I want to see his notes. I want to see all of the correspondence that may have taken place between the executive branch and the FBI. I want to see any information, phone calls and letters or any type of with the Kremlin and any interaction even with Israel and other allies around the world that have a bearing on our connection with Russia. If President Trump has tried to compromise the integrity of the United States of America, that needs to be known by the American people. We cannot have a president reckless and who is indifferent to American values. We do not give away American secrets. We protect the homeland. And if President Trump is putting us in peril of compromising our freedom, he needs to be held accountable and he needs to be removed from office. We're going to get the facts. We're going to get a special prosecutor because the Republicans are we're going to demand of the Republicans to ask for a special prosecutor. We're very close to making that case. We're going to ask the House and Senate committees to continue their investigation. And by all means, the American people need a completely independent investigation, independent from the Congress, independent from the executive branch, independent from President Trump. We need some smart minds, some investigative minds who have all hands on deck getting to the truth of this matter. And if the conclusion is that Donald Trump had an improper relationship with Vladimir Putin and the Russian country, he needs to be removed. He needs to be taken away and considered what other remedies, what other penalties should be imposed on him, including impeachment and a prosecution, if that's where the facts lead us.
The White House said today, Sean Spicer, that they believe the memo or what's being discussed is not an accurate account or description of the talks. Is it possible, do you think, that the former FBI director could misinterpret his conversation with the president?
No. Mr. Comey is a very seasoned law enforcement officer, and he is trained. He is trained to make copious and accurate notes with or as close as he can to the actual interview. And I'm confident that Mr. Comey recorded his thoughts and his recollections as quickly as he could. He created a memorandum, and that is excellent evidence. That is wonderful evidence that needs to be considered because it would be probative of whether or not President Trump misrepresented his relationship with Comey and what he asked Comey to do.
We have about 30 seconds left, but just from a broader perspective, what is the atmosphere like in Washington right now?
Look, the atmosphere is uncertain. We live from scandal to scandal. For the last 8 days, it's been a headline that's been very negative toward this administration. The American people elected a man to this office who has no ability to govern. He does not know how to run a democracy. He knows how to run a business. At least I'm told that he knows how to run a business. But he doesn't know how to run this government. And let me tell you, the American way of life and our image around the world is being compromised. And hopefully our national security has not been compromised. The atmosphere is not good right now. Democrats are united in wanting an independent investigation. And finally, some Republicans are coming along in making that request. Hopefully, we will have an independent commission. We will have a special prosecutor. And the American people, once and for all, will know the truth. And Donald Trump will be held accountable.
All right, Mr. Congressman, thank you so much for your time. I know it's a little busy up there, but we thank you for a few minutes tonight. Good to see you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, time for one more break. When we return, we'll get